Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stampin' Among the Gum Trees. It is Monday, the 13th of October, and the year is 2025, and this is a YouTube live event. Let me just switch you up, and then we'll be able to see. That's much better. Turn that down. There we go. Can you believe we are nearly 2 weeks through this challenge to stamp every day or to create something Christmassy every day? I'm surprised that I've been able to. I just dropped something. Sorry. I'm surprised I've been able to stick with it this long. It is mind-boggling. 14 days or 13 days so far. And we've got till the 31st of October. We're going to finish the month out. A huge Christmas marathon. I think the last day we might have to have a huge show and tell of everything that's been made during this event. I was really excited. Now, I'm really, really, really excited because I was checking the stats last night on the channel, and we are nearly to 100 subscribers. That just about blew my mind because when I started this 13 days ago, we had like 4 subscribers. I was like, okay. And I was happy with that because, it's just me doing craft and making cards and playing with paper and stuff. So it's not anything earth shattering that would draw a lot of visitors, I didn't think. But now we're up to, I think when I checked at lunchtime, it was 93. I was so excited. And so I've decided that when we hit 100, I don't know why, it just seems like a really good number to me. When we hit 100, I'm just going to do a little random draw through all the subscribers, everyone that's subscribed to my channel, and I have a little gift that I will send the person, the subscriber that the Do Like What's It lands on. Just for subscribing and being amongst the first 100 people to subscribe to my channel, Stampin' Among the Gum Trees. Because really, if you don't watch, nothing happens here. I talk to myself, so I'm grateful every day that you are watching. And we've got 3 people watching today. We've got 1 comment. Let me flip it up. 2 comments, 3 comments. Hello, Maureen. Hello, Evelyn. Sunshine today. No, we don't have sunshine. We've had rain. We've had cloud and rain, and it was so cold this morning. So cold this morning, even Wayne put the heater on. This is saying something. Wayne put the heater on, and I'm sure our postman, I've told Maureen this before, but I'm sure our postie thinks I never get dressed because every time he rings the bell, I open the door and I'm in my dressing gown. Now I'm dressed underneath it, but it's really warm and cozy. So if I'm not quite warm enough when I'm dressed, I just throw my dressing gown on over the top of my clothes and do whatever I've got to do around the house. Of course, the doorbell rings and I just trot down the hallway and open the door. So, 1 degree. Oh my goodness, Evelyn, that's freezing. So he's a really nice guy. We've had the same postie for years. I hope he never retires because he's just lovely, really, really lovely. But he never bats an eyelid. Nothing. I'm sure I could walk to the door and goodness only knows what. And he would just hand over the mail and how you going? Have a nice day. See you next time. Off he goes. He's a lovely fellow. Anyway, no, Maureen, it's not here. And I really wanted to be able to put washing out this morning. But it's just rained and rained. It looks like it's cleared up a bit, but it wasn't rain. It was that really annoying misty drizzle. It doesn't, if it just poured down or went away, but it was that horrible, annoying misty drizzle, just enough to not let the washing dry and make everything damp. It was just awful. Anyway, mizzle. Yeah, that's a great word for it, Evelyn. Mizzle. All right. Now, today I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping it's a cast card, clean and simple, and quick and easy is what I'm hoping. I've made this style of card before, so Mizzle. Yeah. Hello, Brenton. I'm glad you could join us. Mizzle, yeah, it's awful. It's just, I've not heard that term before, but that's a good one. I think I'll remember that one. So today's card is a CAS card, CAS, clean and simple, and I'm hoping quick and easy. If I shut up and get on with it, it probably will be. As I said, I've made this style before, and it hasn't taken too long. So let's see how we go. I will be using the Delicate Pines stamps and die set for this card. No designer series paper today, just stamps and dies, and we'll mostly be featuring the dies. Really easy, quick and simple, clean and simple. And my colour of choice is early espresso, but my ink pad needs to be re-inked. So I thought I'd do that now, show you how I do it, and then give it a few minutes to settle in before I start to need to do with stamping. The beauty of Stampin' Up ink pads is you get the ink pad and you've got it forever, just about, because you can buy little bottles of ink to re-ink them. So usually when I get the ink pad, if I get a new colour, I will buy the re-inker to go with it, because it just makes sense to me. If I'm going to spend $15.95 on an ink pad, then I really want it to last. And they do last. They last for ages. I've talked about my $5 Mossy Meadow ink pad, but every now and then, if you use them a lot, you need to re-ink them. So got my bottle, it's got a nice little squeezy nozzle on it, and I am just dotting little bits of ink, little dots all over it, because I'm going to get my trusty, now you can use, I like to use something metal, like a spoon, or because I don't have a spoon today, I'm going to use this flat sort of spatula-y bit and just massage the ink in. Just let it massage in into the pad. Push it down, push it up, push it down, push it up. Go across, just like so. Do some diagonals. It's really, really good if you can do this and re-ink every now and then. And I like to use metal, a stainless steel spoon or whatever, simply because it's easy to wash. The ink will come off, it won't stain it. If you, or you could use a disposable plastic spoon, I suppose, but I don't have any of those. But this trusty little pokey tool with the scrapey bit on the end has done this many a time on many an ink pad. All right, now get a cloth so it just wipes off, doesn't stain it at all. That can go back in there, and this is dry. If you are mopping up ink, don't use a wet cloth or baby wipe. Use a dry one. The wet one will just spread it. You'll have ink going everywhere. So on the sides. Oh. She says as she spreads ink everywhere. Alrighty. I can keep my ink pads clean, then it sort of helps to keep my fingers clean, doesn't it? Okay. Brenton, where are you from? Tell us where you're from. Be nice to know. As you're new here, I think. I'm just going to let that rest over there for a minute. We're using very vanilla today to make our card. So that's the inside. We're going to put that there. For the outside, it is my standard 21. by 14.5, scored at 10.5. That's my favourite. Oh, look what I've done. I've damaged that corner. Botheration. I wonder if I can push it down. That was me not being careful. Okay. Remember, when you're scoring, if you want your cards to sit flat, use the whole bone folder, not just the point. And your cards will sit flat. Aubrey Wodonga. Oh, you're not far from us. Only a couple of hours. All right. Let's put, and again, I like to add extra layers. Someone asked me, they said it adds too much cost. It doesn't add a lot of cost to your cards to add a layer, but what it does do is if you are selling your cards, it adds value. It means that you can add an extra $1 to the cost, to the retail price of your card. It might cost you around 35 cents to add a layer or two, but if you can make 65 cents extra profit, then that layer is worth it. Okay. And someone else asked me why I use this. This I use because my hands get sore, but also because it puts even pressure, and when I'm using liquid glue, it helps to smush the glue right to the edges, so that, wrong one, there we go, nearly had a nasty incident, so that it stays down flat. Okay. All right, this is the first layer for the front. Again, very vanilla, which it's clean and simple. So clean and simple is usually white on white. Today we're doing very vanilla on very vanilla. It kind of works for me. Let's just line it up. There we go. Yep. And again, smushing it down. Alrighty. Now this next layer I've done, I don't know whether you can see it. I'm going to turn that light off, and I might turn this yellow light off. I don't even know why it's yellow. And that might be easier to see. The embossing on that panel, and that is the very, very pretty Damask Designs embossing folder. It's just lovely, absolutely lovely. So what I want to do is show you what I did. Don't do this. Learn from my mistake. I almost ruined my embossing folder. Don't know if you can see that. There. As I was cranking it through the big shot, it was tough. And I've done this. I've used this folder so many times. Why is it so hard today? And I just kept forcing it through. It was tough because it was actually off the plate just a little bit. And it was caught on the side, on the inside of the big shot as it was going through. And it forced it up. Can't open it. Forced that up so it's all bent and crinkled. So as long as I don't want to do a full size one, I'll still use it. But I could have kicked myself. As soon as it popped out the other side, I saw what I did. So learn from my mistake. Always check that your plates are going through evenly, not on a slight angle. Alrighty, now we've got this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that just on there like that. We might need this light back on, do we? It's very dark, isn't it? I don't know. Better? Not really. Better for me. I can see more. Okay. Now, we'll stick this down. Liquid glue is really good when you are sticking down embossed cardstock because it smooshes into the little dips and dabs and make sure that looks good. It gets stuck down, and that always helps too. Okay, push it down. Now, what I want to do now is build a bit of a I don't know what you call it, picture, using some of the dies from the Elegant Pines. No, what's it called? Delicate Pines. And the dies are the same, Delicate Pines. Have trouble with this. So we've got some pine cones. These are gorgeous. I'll show you the dies. If you haven't seen them, these are just beautiful. These are absolutely beautiful, the dies. There's so many of them for building snowflakes and scenes. So I've used this one for some leaves. I used this one, and I used this one, which is pine boughs. Then I used, there's 3 of these, so I've used those. And I used the little pine cone builder. A little pine cone builder, which is just cute, which is these 2. I used those. They're the dies I used today. So I put those away. I'll leave those out. So nice. Now this is part of the oh botheration. It's part of the suite. Elegant Pine Snowflake Suite. Don't know who comes up with these names, guys. But it's part of the suite. So what I've done, is die cut these in Mossy Meadow. All of these are die cut in Mossy Meadow because it's a nice, Mossy Meadow is such a great green because I call it a neutral green. It's green, but when you put it with other colours, depending on what the other colour is, it changes slightly. It's a really, I know a lot of people don't like it as a colour, but it is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You can use it like you can use black or Night of Navy. All right, let's build some pine cones. Now I've tipped that all over my card. So we've got the base and we've got the top. I just need to see which side they go on. How's that? Because they do match up. There you go. And it makes a little pine cone. Just like that. And I want 2 of them for this card. Just like that. And maybe 1 for the inside. Let's do 1 for the inside too. So we'll pop those back in the little container so I don't lose them. And let's do some dabbing. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue on the silicone craft sheet. And I'm going to grab some tweezers. I'm going to get this. I might smoosh that out a bit like so. I'm going to throw that away. No, I'm not. Pop it gently like that. Pick up some glue. And then I'm going to go over here. Pop it on the top. There. And because it's still a little bit liquidy, I can smoosh it into place straight away. Easy peasy. Okay, a little bit more. Do the same thing. Just gently pop it in. Swish it around. Get some at the top. Go. A little bit on the back. And line it up. Pop it on. That was the easiest way I found to get the tops onto the bottoms. If it smooshes through on the front, it will dry clear, but you can also take it off with a glue eraser. Okay. All right, so let those set for a minute so they're dry. There's the pin back on my glue. All righty. So what I thought to do was build up some greenery and add the pine cones. Mossy Meadow is absolutely my all-time favourite Stampin' Up! Colour. I think it's just gorgeous. It's a brilliant colour. And I didn't know it at the time because I wasn't a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but there was a time when it was actually discontinued. And when it was discontinued, that's when I got the $5 Mossy Meadow stamp pad that started my Stampin' Up! Journey. Started me on my way to enjoying crafting with stamps. These little pine boughs, sponge daubers work well too. I don't have one that hasn't got ink on it at the moment, Evelyn. For really intricate dies, I'll often use, what's it called? Double-sided sticky paper. Now I'm going to put a sentiment across there. So maybe lift that up a bit. Sort of get it where I want it. Sentiment can go there roughly. So we'll have that going down there. Spread out a bit. And maybe fold him over. Let me think. Like that maybe. Popping out. Well, that looks alright like that. Maybe. Hang on. Do we need more up there? No, because if we put more up there, then we need to balance it down here, don't we? Maybe not that so much. There's just one of those, perhaps, with my skizzles. Right, let's try again. Okay, so making the card was quick and easy. Decorating the card takes the time. There we go. So it's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit rich and exotic, a little bit elegant, a little bit luxurious maybe. I might leave that till later, see how it goes, but that's the way pretty much how I want those ones to be. So where's my glue? Stick this one down first, and I'm only going to stick the bottom leaves. I sort of want them to be a bit, have a bit of movement in them. It's off the mats, but it's not off the card. I'm happy with that. This again, I'll do some dabbing. Okay, here's my tweezers. Only because if I don't, I'll get icky fingers. That won't matter. Yep. That up there like that. That one like that. That one like that. In which case we want this one, which I might even to the spine cone. I'm really going out of my comfort zone with this. Again, another one, because we're in Australia. While we have pine trees, we don't use them necessarily as a symbol of Christmas, do we? So, there's in there. Popped a little couple of dimensionals on there, just gives it a little I'm going to stick that. That'll be a bit narrower, I think. Let's see. This is the stamp I'm going to use because I really like it. That's about the right. Okay, so that's about the right width. It's going to go up there. So, all right. Let's stamp this first, then we'll fuss about that. Let's use our espresso because it should be ready to go now. I like to use the lines on my cutting mat, my glass cutting mat, to make sure I get stamp straight. And another little tip that I was washes under warm water. Yeah, if you don't wash them, they'll dry hard, Evelyn, and that's a disaster. Another little tip I learnt from someone, and I don't know who, but it was brilliant, was line up your stamp and then just sort of hover your block over it and drop it onto it. Don't push it down, and that way it won't move and your stamp will stay in the right spot for you to do your stamping. I'm going to sneeze, folks. I think. Give me dear, oh dear. No, I'm not. We had the biggest thunderstorm last night. I think I might have told you. Making sure I've got this. Nope. There goes Lacey dog. Somebody must be out the front. All right. And I'm just going to put it as close to the edge as I can and line it up. It just fits. Let it sit for a couple of seconds so that the ink will be absorbed by the cardstock. Don't wobble it. No need to push down because that smushes it. Look at that. I might turn it over and just raise it up a bit because you can see season is right on the very bottom. I do have another strip we can use if we have to. Pulled it out of the scrap bin, which means if my head's in the way, I'm sorry, but that looks a bit better. It's hard to tell what I'm doing. It's a bit better. Okay. Yeah. They've lined up, so that works. Okay. I'm just going to snip that off straight up about the same distance from the end. Okay. Close the ink pad before I stick my fingers in it. And I will clean the stamp. On the Stampin' scrub. Give it a good scrub on one side, dry on the other. That's always good. And I've finished with that, so we'll put it away. We'll get into the habit of putting things away. We'll never lose them. That's the theory anyway. Okay. Alrighty, where's my dimensionals? I haven't got any big ones out, so we'll use minis, and that is perfectly all right. This side, and I want miss that bit, okie dokie, because that pine cone's already popped up, so we don't need to pop it for there. Okie dokie. And we'll move it just in just a little bit, so if I want to slip something under the end, I can. Okay. Alrighty. And now I'm thinking maybe some coming out there, and some coming out there, perhaps. Okay, let's dip that in there like that, and it will just slide under there like so. Spread it out so it's on the angle. That's it. And then that glue's dried. Let's try a little dab. Real dab. Real tiny dab. Like real cream ad. I don't remember the actual ad, but I remember the little dab will do ya. There we go. I like that. Do I want it more? Do I want something? Maybe just one down here. Two more. Okay, let's try that. Just because I can. Just going to. I'll dab there. Smear it with my finger. Slide it under. Alrighty. That was reasonably straightforward. Now, to do the inside, we will put these away for the time being so that we don't make a mess everywhere. I better put these dies away. They are just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. That goes there, that goes there, goes there, that goes there. Where's the back of it? Here it is. It goes there. All right. One day I might do magnets. Get magnets for my dies, but goodness me, there's enough of them. I think I'd go broke. Alrighty. For the inside, we've done the inside, put the first mat in, so we've got the second mat, and I am going to use, you know it, it's the most magical time of the year. or Merry Christmas. I'm thinking to keep with the delicate font on the front. We might use this one, although it is my favourite, Merry Christmas. So we'll line this up and could actually probably, so we just, and you line it up and just let it drop. Give it a push, and it didn't work. Okay. Oh, the other thing you can do, if the back of your stamps is grungy, it doesn't feel sticky anymore, grab a wet wipe or run it under some water or whatever you've got. I've got a wet wipe handy. Always. These are actually just water wipes anyway. There's no detergent or anything in these. And give it a wipe. And that will bring back the sticky. It'll take all the dust and whatever off it and bring back the sticky. Now you can use your Stampin' scrub to do it if you want to. And at the same time, give your stamp blocks a quick wipe. And while the wet wipe's out, might as well do the bone folder. This poor old bone folder's beaten up. Look at it. It's all, gosh, it's been used for so many things. All right. Now we'll try again. It's dry and it's sticky again. I guess we never really think about our stamps losing their stick until they do. No? See how it's crooked? Can you see how it's crooked? Because it moved. It wasn't on properly. Straighten it up. There we go. Now let's get the ink and see how we go. I have 6 people watching. That's lovely. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Could I ask a favour? And if you could all give me a thumbs up, that would be truly amazing. I would really, really appreciate it. And see, it's moved again. There we go. I'm just going to straight, put it down, let it rest for a moment. I've got 8 people watching. Have I got 8 thumbs up? That would be wonderful. The other thing you could do for me, if you wouldn't mind, is share the video. If you know someone who likes card making and paper crafting, scrapbooking, making junk journals and little albums, if you could send them the link to this video or to our channel, that would be wonderful. I would really, really appreciate it. It just helps the channel grow. Now, I've got little stamped ones that I die cut, or I can put, don't know that I particularly want to, I don't know that I particularly want to stick greenery here though, but maybe, just maybe, where's a little, nope, I was thinking sort of along the lines of what we did on the outside, and pop that there with the pine cone. That might work. We don't want the inside to be too bulky, is the only thing. So let's do that. Let's do that. My order, Maureen asked if I would do an unboxing for my order. Well, my order's coming in 2 parts. One part should be delivered tomorrow, apparently. And the other part will be delivered Thursday or Friday. So depending, I'm out all day Thursday. So hopefully someone will be home to take it for me, to collect it for me. There we go. Let the glue dry. While that's drying, I'll pop these back in a little container. Now, since we decided on doing scraps for November, I was spent last night. Oh, it's crazy. All I could think about was scraps. Well, how many scraps? Will I have enough scraps? Honestly, it was, oh, your pre-order arrived today. Yay, team. You're a demonstrator, Brenton. Lovely. Maureen's hoping her order will be here. Oh my gosh. They were inundated, absolutely inundated with orders, which is really, really good. Really, really, really good. But oh my gosh, not if you're waiting for it. Okay. Let's pop this in here. Anyway, all I could think of last night was I was dreaming of scraps and what we could make with scraps, and will I have enough card ideas to use up the scraps? Then I went, oh no, I won't have enough scraps. Yes, I will. Scraps are never a problem. 5 years in January. Well, congratulations. That's wonderful. I will be 3 years in December. The 12th of December will be 3 years for me. 3 years as a demonstrator. I don't know how many years I've been a customer. Maureen, how long have I been a customer? You were there when I bought my first stamp pad. So pop that in there like that. And there we go. Maybe. That's a bit bare. It's got a hole in it. I don't want to put more green stuff down there. Oh, what do I want to put there? Think about it. But there we go. One clean and simple. Is easy and quick if you're not talking or fluffing around card. These are great. Actually, this style of card is really good for batching because you can cut all your card bases, cut all your first mats, second mats, do all the embossing, do all the die cutting, do all the stamping, then put it all together, work in a conveyor style, and they're great for batching. So if you've got all the ages, I can't remember how long it's been, Maureen, since we went to that first sale. That was a long time ago. I wonder if Jenna remembers. She probably will. But I had never heard of Stampin' Up, and my friends, some twine woodwork. I've only got gold here. And I don't think gold. Well, it might. You know what? It's only a piece of string. Only a piece of string. Well, gold might just zhuzh it up a bit. Quite so big. Just zhuzh it up. I haven't got any twine over here, any linen thread or anything over here. But tight. It's not a bad bow for one that I've tied either. Okay. Glue dots. I do like me a mini glue dot. They come in so handy. Ball it up. Ball it up a la Connie Stewart. She always balls up her little glue dots into tiny little blobs of stickiness. And then she presses Oh, it's not small enough. There we go. I haven't cut it yet because I don't know how long I want it to be. Push it on the back of the knot. Yep. Let's just see how that goes. Put the other scissors away, didn't I? Sort of fills in the gap. You can't really see it. It's a bit of shine. The gold isn't actually too bad. All right. 9 years? Yeah, I know. It's a long time, Maureen. These ages, yeah. Well, we forget though, it was way before COVID. Totally off topic here we are. I'm tripping down memory lane, trying to remember. I might ask Jenna. She will remember. She'll be able to tell me. Yeah. There we go. Quick and clean and simple. Reasonably quick. Well, I've been going on for what, 45 minutes. But it's just easy. Just easy. I can't wait for my order to come. I'm hoping the envelopes are in the first box because I'm out of envelopes. And it kind of bugs me because I like to do, if I do a card, I like to have the envelope with it and I put them together straight away and away we go. There you go. You could make it, you could simplify it by only using the one mat, whatever. I'm going to give a card. I like to give a nice card. So I like clean and simple too, Brenton. Yeah. Always nice. I love white on white. Okay. Alrighty. So we'll make it short today. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I hope you like the card. I hope you like our channel. If you do, please give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button because as soon as I hit 100, I will do that random draw through subscribers and someone will get a little surprise in the mail. Well, first of all, they'll get a little surprise message from me and then they'll get a surprise in the mail. Don't forget, if you're looking for good quality craft products on a budget, we have a really good starter kit offer at the moment. And honestly, you all know me in my other persona as, cheapskates. So, and people ask me all the time, how can I possibly recommend Stampin' Up? Because the value is there. Living a frugal lifestyle doesn't mean that you are cheap and nasty. It means you get the best value for your money, best bang for your buck if you want. And that's what you get with Stampin' Up. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you're in Australia, I would love to help you. If you love paper crafting and want to know how to do it on a budget with quality products, give me a call. I'm happy to tell you how I do it and why I do it. If you'd like to earn a little bit of extra money, it's really, it's there for you if you want to. If you want to just join and use your kit for yourself and keep your discount for yourself, because you've got a guaranteed 20% discount until April next year. At least April next year. So that's a good thing too. And that's a minimum 20%. I can help you with that. If you just want to come to a class, head on over and check out what classes I've got coming up. I'd love to see you there. It's easy. Anyway, I'll let you go because I've waffled on long enough now, and we'll make it short today. See if we can get out of here in under 50 minutes. All righty. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow at 2:30, same time, for another Stamptober Christmas Crafting Marathon video. See you then, guys. Bye.